Welcome back to Wing Wong Wednesday. What up, Derps? Like the video.
Derapy. Listen, Drake has the right to do what he pleases with his body. It's his body, it's his choice, right? But may I just say that from the jump, I think getting a tattoo to show your support for any man is kind of odd, like man or woman. Mainly when it comes to relationships, people are like, don't do that. You might regret it. You might break up. Little did I know that Drake seemingly thought he had some type of like real serious relationship with Lebron. Curious to know if LeBron has a tattoo of Drake on him or like an owl or OVO or something. I'm leaning no.
Just check, he doesn't.
But now Drake is truly moving like a bitter ex, okay? So apparently Drake had LeBron's high school jersey inked into his skin permanently. This is strange to me. I never even really thought about it before because I don't care about what tattoos that rappers have. Like, I literally never think about it. I only found out because people pointed it out to me after Drake had that fighting Irish freestyle escape. But now Drake has edited this tattoo like a 2K player in my career to show the number 2 now instead of 23 with the word thunder above it for Shai Alexander. The first thing I do if I'm Shai Gilly is I'm gonna put out a tweet, maybe just an Instagram story with just like a picture of the tattoo on Drake and just be like, weird. Do you know how much power you give another human being when you get them tattooed on you? All Shai Alexander has to do is post a picture of Drake's tattoo with just a bunch of question marks, and it would immediately make Drake look like the biggest loser on the planet. Also, are Drake and Shai Alexander longtime friends or something? I've never seen them together. I didn't even know this was a thing. So if the best player on a championship team is from Canada, does that just qualify them for a Drake tattoo? It's just strange. Like, I wish I didn't even know about it. Anyway, shout out OKC. That is my team. Please don't let the Drake curse ruin the dynasty. But this is a message to everybody. Don't get dudes tattooed on you, whether it's them or a reference to them. Like, don't be weird. Don't be a
Wing Wong.
LeBron has a wife and kids, and Drake has dropped now 2 songs. One was a release, the other one was more of an escape. But he's dropped 2 songs mentioning LeBron. Leave that man alone, please. Not to mention the whole like teaming up with DJ Radademics to try and like ruin LeBron's marriage. You're being so weird right now. Please stop.
What did I miss?
Apparently, you being in love with LeBron James, I get it. He's a really nice guy, good looking dude, okay? Very successful, you know, seems like he has decent morals, a family man, like, you know, got his kid into the league. That's dad of the year right there. I get it, okay? Maybe LeBron represents the type of man that Drake wants to be. Regardless, you need to talk to somebody about this. You have to let this go, man. The pop out was literally a year ago. Stop! Sorry, I'm getting upset. Anyways, next story. Unrelated, but somehow unfortunately related, notorious Drake pole cleaner Los Pollos TV and infamous seat sniffer Adin Ross are saying that their ability to evaluate LeBron's basketball legacy has been affected greatly by LeBron enjoying Kendrick Lamar's music. He's truly doing what the Rona did. They'll never get over it.
Do you think LeBron James is still the GOAT after being weird to Drake?
Oh, man. I don't know why the fuck he did that shit, bro.
For no reason. That's why.
Wait, what exactly did he do?
For no reason. Yo.
Bro, he was like...
I know that this is tough to listen to because these guys sound like English is their 4th language, but just bear with me.
He was really supporting that song calling Drake,
Yeah. But it wasn't just that first one. It was 2 of them. Remember Meet the Grams, too. It was both.
When did LeBron support Meet the Grams?
And then he went to the pop-out.
That's crazy.
And
You're
then-
supporting somebody calling your best friend a pedophile.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
First of all, obviously, none of this matters at all. It's really just pathetic. Also, who cares about Los Pollos TV and Adin Ross's opinion about whether LeBron James is the greatest basketball player ever or not? Also, I think it's very telling that Adin Ross is under the impression that LeBron James viewed Drake as his best friend.
You're supporting somebody calling your best friend.
It's really crazy how I don't even follow LeBron's personal life like that. I'm just a fan of the guy playing basketball, and he also seems like a good dad. And I hear he's very charitable.
Oh, the glazing is great.
But somehow I knew that LeBron and Drake weren't best friends. I think that it was always kind of under this veil of like, you're one of the coolest people that I hang out with that also happens to be at my level of celebrity. I think that they were fans of each other and they felt like they had something in common. But to go out on a limb and be like, they were literally best friends, BFFs. I also think, to be fair, though, that Adin Ross probably thinks that him and Drake are best friends. And buddy, he's just trying to come up in streaming, dog. He doesn't really fuck with you like that. You have nothing in common with him. Also, being an alleged grown man and changing your opinion on another grown man because of what some other grown man thinks is pathetic. It's really sad. Adin Ross, the chicken guy, you're both
wingwongs.
Anyways, actually unrelated, here's head of the IDF PR team, Ben Shabibo, talking about why you should work until you die.
And let's be real about this. It's insane that we haven't raised the retirement age in the United States. It's totally crazy.
Yeah, not wanting to bust your hump for 40 hours a week at 66 is really absurd.
Joe Biden, if that were the case, Joe Biden should not be running for president. Hey, Joe Biden is 81 years old. The retirement age in the United States at which you start to receive Social Security and you are eligible for Medicare is 65.
Donald Trump is 79 years old. They're basically the same age.
Joe Biden has technically been eligible for Social Security and Medicare for 16 years, and he wants to continue in office until he is 86, which is 19 years past when he would be eligible for retirement.
Yo, Ben Shapiro is so good at math. You see how he got from 16 to 19 like that? That was crazy.
No one in the United States should be retiring at 65 years old.
Nobody? Literally no one? No one in the United States of America should retire at 65? What if I got no legs?
Frankly, I think retirement itself is a stupid idea unless you have some sort of health problem.
Retirement's a stupid idea, so you like fundamentally disagree with the concept of retirement? Everybody should work forever until the day they die. It doesn't matter in what industry you're in. It doesn't matter if you're slowing down. It doesn't matter what's going on. Your brain stops working, your eyes go bad, you can't hear as well, doesn't matter. Go to work every single day until you die. Man, this guy loves America. He really cares about the people.
Everybody that I know who is elderly, who has retired, is dead within 5 years.
That's crazy. He's like, well, everybody that I know that retires ends up dying immediately after. So here's the thing. If they would have just kept working, they probably would still be alive. Retiring is what killed them, obviously.
And if you talk to people who are elderly and they lose their purpose in life by losing their job and they stop working, things go to hell in a handbasket real quick.
Whose purpose in life is to work? That's not the reason you're alive.
When Franklin Delano Roosevelt established 65 as the retirement age, the average life expectancy in the United States was 63 years old. Oh. Today, the average life expectancy in the United States is close to 80. It's totally insane that you believe that you should be able to work from the time that you are essentially 20 to the time that you are 65, which is a 45-year period, pay in, and then you will receive Social Security benefits sufficient to support you and your family, you and your wife or whatever, for like another 20 years.
Hey, my bad, bro. I really thought that 45 years was a long time. I feel like 4.5 decades, 9 to 5, nonstop. No summer break, winter break, spring break, fall break like when you're in school. I thought that 45 straight years of working would be like reasonable. Not to Ben. He's like, you work until you die. Sorry. They came up with 65 back when people were dying at 63, which doesn't even make any sense, by the way. Why would he even reference that if the person he's referencing apparently made like a mathematical error? That's besides the point. I don't even think he's going to recommend an age that it should be raised to. He's just going to straight up be like, work until you die. Who agrees with this? Who is this for?
That's crazy talk. That is not fiscally sustainable.
Oh, it's not fiscally sustainable. Oh, okay. So it's not about like working really hard for 4 or 5 decades and then wanting to like actually have some downtime before you die. This isn't about physical or mental or spiritual. This isn't about any of that, okay? This is about helping the United States government get out of debt. This is about balancing the budget, okay? I thought this was gonna be about, I don't know, maybe contributing to society or something. No. It's just about like helping the US government.
The notion that if you have to raise the retirement age to 67 or 68, that everyone is going to fall apart. My parents are that age. My parents are not retired.
Yeah, well, you're a bad son. Sorry. Ben Shapiro's worth millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, and his parents are still working all the time, nonstop. And I don't think they should have to do that. Now, if they want to do that, that's different, but they should have the choice to retire, especially if their son makes millions of dollars a year. But I guess you just think that they never deserve a break. At least he's consistent. Ben Shapiro's like, not only should you work until you die, my own parents are working until their very last day on this planet. So if you think that I give a shit about anybody, I don't give a shit about my parents. I admire the consistency, even though it does kind of make you sound like
a wing-wong.
What is Ben Shapiro's purpose even in life besides to make more money for himself? I guess it's not to retire his parents. It's not to give them an easier life down the road. No, it's to make as much money as humanly possible so he can give more taxes to the federal government. Thank you for your service, Ben. We don't care.
And they shouldn't retire. It would be very bad for them to retire.
Ben speaks for his parents. It would be bad for them if they retired. They have to go to work. It's what makes them happy. Working makes them happy. Yo-ho family weird. I don't care.
Wing-wongs.
Anyways, in news that is far more important, Conor McGregor, for some reason, sent a nude image or two to Azealia Banks, and then she just posted it on Twitter. So, you know, now I've seen that.
Literally. Irish wing-wong.
According to Complex, Azealia Banks has once again dragged another celebrity on social media, but this time it came with unsolicited nude photos she allegedly received from MMA fighter Conor McGregor. On Monday, July 14th, Azealia Banks tweeted out 2 screenshots of DMs she claimed to have received from McGregor featuring explicit photos of his erect penis. Alongside these images, McGregor added this caption, "Don't be a rat, cause all rats get caught." In one of these explicit images that Conor McGregor allegedly sent to Azealia Banks, he had a weight attached to his
wing-wong.
And alongside the message, it said, "Lifting weights. Every day we stray further from God's light." Azealia Banks would add on to this post with a string of tweets, some such as, like, "How are you really going to sexually harass me with the potato farmer dick, then threaten me not to tell? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Honey, ain't you trying to be the president of Ireland? What is it giving, fam? Use some fucking sunscreen, damn." Twitter is the worst app, and I will never delete it. Azealia Banks would go on to say that her and Conor have been exchanging unsolicited, explicit images with each other since 2016. And I just feel like it's worth mentioning that Conor McGregor definitely has a wife and a child or something, but I guess that just doesn't matter anymore. Could you imagine just being a huge fan of Conor McGregor and then going online and seeing that he's trending on Twitter, and you're like, oh, maybe he's about to announce another fight? Oh man, I wonder who he's fighting next. I wonder what the story is with Conor this time.
Good grief, he's naked!
Anyways, here's Stephen A. Smith talking about how he doesn't care about the Epstein files because he had plans for the weekend.
You're in an uproar off the Epstein list?
I mean, yeah, kind of. It's pretty absurd that a lot of people promised that it would be out and then it just didn't come out, and now they're trying to convince us that it's a hoax. I think that's kind of odd and concerning.
That's all you've got? It's really, really surprising that this matters. Of course, I think there's a list, but I don't know.
Wait, so you personally believe that there is a list? Stephen A. Smith is admitting that he believes that there is an actual Epstein list of names that are directly associated with the man that was trafficking children for nefarious purposes. You believe there's a list, and people want it to come out so that those people are held accountable. And this is your reaction?
I suspect, but I have no knowledge, nor do I care. It's Friday night. I'm getting ready to go out and enjoy myself. I'm getting ready to have a nice weekend.
You heard it here first. Don't bring this stuff to Stephen A. Smith on a Friday evening. If he has plans for the weekend, he's not trying to hear any of this stuff. A friend of mine once told me that we should normalize not having a take on everything, and I think about that every single day. Like, no joke. And when it comes to stuff like the Epstein files, it's actually one of the easiest things to have a take on ever. All you have to do is say, I think that they should release the files. That's literally all you have to say. All you have to do is be like, yeah, he was a terrible man, and it seems like he was up to terrible things, and those things should be exposed. That's it. That's all you have to do. No one's asking you to care any more than you actually do. Pretty much the only thing you have to do is don't be like, I don't care, nobody should care, I'm going to the club tonight. Like, that's the only thing you shouldn't say, and for some reason you're saying it. Stephen A. Smith, what happened, dude? Like, I wish that there were more consequences for people just saying terrible things. Why doesn't anybody care that Stephen A. Smith just spews nonsense every single day? Also, why aren't you talking about sports? What are you even doing talking about the Epstein files just to give garbage takes?
Wing Wong.
I can't believe I used to look up to Stephen A. Smith. Like, I legitimately used to see him as somebody that, like, I was chasing after. Oh man, it would be so cool to work on ESPN, be on a debate show like this, build your own brand like this, have this big personality on TV like this. And now every clip I see from Stephen A. Smith is embarrassing. I get vicarious embarrassment. It's so easy to just say that you don't like the idea of children being harmed and the people that did it should be held accountable. Why go out the way to just be like, I don't care, I'm going to the club?
Wing Wong.
You know what? It's only fair that we close out this edition of
Wing Wong Wednesday
with a word from the president. You know, if anybody's going to take this seriously, somebody that has been implicated and then had a controversial death and is responsible seemingly for the harming of hundreds or maybe even thousands of children, you would think that the president would take something like that seriously. Let's hear what Donald Trump's latest take on the situation is.
And I would say that, you know, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden, we went through years of that.
So the Epstein files are written by Biden and Comey. Okay. Sure.
Orange Wing Wong.
Hey, there's actually so much in our
Wing Wong Wednesday
channel in the Derps Squad that you can join by becoming a member for literally $1. There's so much there that I actually think it's appropriate to do a live show, a Derapy Apps Live
Wing Wong Wednesday
edition. So look out for that. If you are subscribed on the YouTube channel, make sure you have notifications on. I don't know if I've ever said that before.
Hit that bell with a sledgehammer. Turn those notifications on.
But yeah, that's all I have for you all today. Thank you so much for tapping in. As always, love you, mean it, spread the bread, and enjoy the outro by
That guy Slate and call me LQ.
Time is up now, I'm off a couple screws. All the hate and the moves of these dudes just for doom. I can be the chillest in the room, it ain't changing the view.
Split side like apartheid, they discriminate while they bench ride. Your supremacy is making enemies, don't get hit with beans from the dark side. I'm a dark knight with a light side, I'm a vigilante to a hate crime. Got Italian laces, that's mob ties, it'll unplug like my name plies. Got a big cross wearing pale skin, glamour skin, hair, camera killer child, women slur slang, villain school, shooting, killing races for a living, step up in my film, a microphone. Gripping, never see me slipping clothes, steady dripping, rapper bar, flipping toe tag to a hating ass, giving beat a bitch while a white mask feeling comprehension at an all-time low. All your language spoken throwing bows. We all bleed the same, so we all the same. Well, you can go first and let a nigga know. I love everybody that love everybody. I don't have a problem hating anybody. If a MAGA really wanna hate somebody, tell them test me.